Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today I might do a trade recap of today's trade. Today is Thursday 19th of February, so let's get into it. So to start off, my bias was bearish. Let me see if I can show you guys my bias. Yeah, so this is what I was looking for. A sweep into either one of these gaps and then lower, or just some continuation shorts, which we got, like these continuations. So that is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, why was I bearish? I can just simply show you. Like, look at the daily gap. The daily gap was beautifully holding, as well as we had a daily range from here to here, respecting that in CE, respecting that in OTE, and no close above. Look how we do not close on the daily above that 50% level. That's what you want to see for bearish continuations. So I would say tomorrow is also going to be a bearish day, but like I gotta check tomorrow obviously. Then 4 hour time frame, we built a new range. Don't forget, we also have an SMT here. I can wait, my camera is in the way here. We have an SMT on the 1 hour. I'll come to that in a little. So on the 4 hour, we make a new range from this high to this low. Look at that OTE. We rebalance OTE, no close above, no close above this OTE. We tap OTE and we go lower. So that is beautiful. After that, on the 1 hour, we tap that 1 hour gap right here, bang, hold that, OTE, bang. I was just bearish. I was looking for this drawn liquidity, previous day low, and even this drawn liquidity, these drawn liquidities, especially this one, but we didn't get that still, but maybe tomorrow we'll see. So let's get into my trade that I took. So my bias was bearish. We had a market open at 9:30. We went up. Let me see if I can show that on the 1 minute. Market open here. This is the 9:30 candle we swept. We went up. We swept this liquidity into a 5 minute gap, as you can see right here, into this 5 minute gap holding. Super nice SMT. Super nice. So we sweep that into the 5 minute gap with a super nice SMT, super nice rejection. Look how we are holding these gaps. That was super important for me. Was there a 15? Yeah, look, we are holding this 50 minute gap, which was nice. That 50 minute gap was holding. This 5 minute, um, this 5 minute gap inverse to the downside. Look, this 5 minute gap inverse to the downside, then went up, we swept that, and then we go lower. So that was also nice, as well as the 4 minute gap inversed. And then look at this 3 minute gap. This 3 minute gap was holding beautifully. That is what I wanted to see here. Like this 3 minute gap holding was super nice, super beautiful to see. So that is why this was a valid setup. I looked out for my inversion, nothing on the 2 minute, nothing on the 1 minute. So I went to the 30 seconds. There was something on the 30 seconds that was this setup, but we also had a tiny 30 second here, so I had to wait for that one. That was quite annoying, so I went to the 45 second. Normally don't do that, but I was like quite confident in this play, so I just wanted to get my entry. Um, look, 45 second gap right here, from here to here, a 3.5 point gap, good inverse here, super nice, stop loss above the 45 second order block, as well as the breaker block here. Super nice momentum, good momentum. After that, we went up, and then we even inversed that 30 second as well with good momentum, and then we started flushing to the downside, taking my break even, and then taking the low hanging fruit STP plus the news low. This was 830 low. We had like unemployment claims, so that was 830 low. Yeah, 830 low. That was my drawn liquidity there, and in hindsight, I wanted to hold for here. And we SMT that, so I would have like probably even made more, like 2R, but like I didn't want to be greedy, so I just took my low hanging fruit at the news low for a 1.2R. Yeah, I normally don't take the 45 seconds, but like there was basically aligning with the 30 seconds, so it was like basically a 30-second play. Wait, this is like a little bit too, yeah. So it was like basically aligning, so I was like, okay, sure, I can take the 45 second here. Stop loss above the order block and breaker block TP. Break even at the 930 low and TP at the low hanging fruit STP plus news low. After that, I was done. Obviously, I risked up on this setup because I was super confident, and I also feel like I risk too little because like I have such a high win rate, and I risk like sometimes too little in my opinion. So when I'm really confident, I'm just gonna risk more. So that's why I risked up today. Good setup, made like 3.3k. I don't know exactly. You'll see in the title. Would say this was the best trade of the day because of like just all these gaps holding here. 5 minute inverse, holding that 3 minute gap here. That was beautiful, holding that 3 minute gap. 5 minute gap tap with an SMT. Super nice momentum. So I would say that was the best setup of the day. Besides that, we had this setup that I took on live because I went live after I was done. This setup, which was again like just a sweep. I was still bearish. Sweep into the 1 hour gap, but uh, you would have got like a 1-to-1 if you took that. Oh, let me do it like this. This would have been the play, so you would have like, there's a 5 minute gap right here, so that's your TP, so you take a 1-to-1 there, so that is your 1-to-1, it would have been a TP as well, but I would say this setup is better. And after that, we had a resweep into the 4 hour gap, holding that 4 hour gap, and then this setup right there. Again, this was also a nice setup, but you had to go break even quite early because of ES having an SMT here. So again, not the greatest setup. So I would say this was the best setup of the day. Afterwards, we have this one. This one, and then lastly we have that one. Like also took a 1 minute short here on stream, which was like more discretional, but like still I really like that at the moment. So like this was also a break even. I wanted to get this low, but I was a stop loss at break even at this internal low. Bang, break even there. But again, super like a lot of setups. Really choppy day, but like I would say if your bias was bearish, you could have like definitely taken something. Even though it was a break even, I saw a lot of traders get break even because they don't take 30 seconds or they like didn't like the setup here. I did like it a lot. So I risked up on it, clean 1.2 R, making me 3.3k. I think you'll see it in the title. So yeah, that was my trade recap. After this, I was obviously done. I went live, took like this on live stream, this 2 minute short, then this 2 minute short, and then this 1 minute short. There was a lot of opportunities, but not like a clear good play with good momentum, like a good continuation of price going down. Besides the setup I took. So yeah, that was my trade recap. This trade puts me back green on the week. I would say February is definitely a harder month for me, which is fine. Obviously, like I had a flawless December and a pretty good January as well. So obviously we are gonna have some uh, like worse months, which is totally fine. Still doing great. I'm up like 5 hour plus on the month, so I'm definitely not complaining. Think I did great today, especially with risking up there because I was confident. So yeah, that was my trade recap, guys, and I appreciate you guys watching. See you guys in the next video.